So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Stanford Cardinal. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock, really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So SMU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They are going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people, and they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
Leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be...
Maybe a crease. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go right back to the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Third and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Ford. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Back to pass, it's Warren. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Handoff to the lone back. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finding some room. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. And after the turnover, there's a man still down, and we have an injury on the field. Running inside, it's Ford. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Snagged in the middle. It's Blackburn. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
Makes the catch. It's Ford. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Looking to throw, it's Warren. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll try the left side. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead as we get a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wide out. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this 3rd down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The short hands, it's Knight. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got a little grass. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to win.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. wants to change this route. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut into this.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Dropping back, it's Warren. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Mustangs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Nestles it in at the 35. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Oh, they're after him. Finds us back in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. This will likely be the last play of the half. To throw, it's Jennings. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The whistle sound, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a 2nd left. Now to see if they can score before the half. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio update. And the Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Stanford's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Appreciate that, Holly. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Blackburn. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 1st downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a 1st down on every single play they run.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Warren. Gets rid of it. Caught over the middle, it's Ford. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Knight. And he's wrestled to the ground. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Now facing a 3rd and long. Under fire. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Mustangs will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the run, it's Ford. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bringing the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. First down here for the offense. Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. I send the tight end in motion. They'll go right back to him. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Going to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Shoots it to the left. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Right on the money. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Mustangs are flying down the field. The run inside. It's Green. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Trying to impose their will with the run. There's some room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. A strike downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Green. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU. If These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They are putting an exclamation point on their season with a victory here in the season finale, and gives us a chance to take a look at what's coming up the rest of the week. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Holt. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Stanford, fresh off that big play through the air, is back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Irvin. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Cardinal! Rolled his way into the end zone. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The give as they work on that clock. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Green. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Caught behind the line. It's Irvin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. With the clock running, this should be the final play. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.